There, we should be live now. Sorry about that. Let's just double check real quick. Well, we are live, but I need to, I guess, provide a new link. But I guess for now, we'll check to see how it looks and if it is running as intended. Oh, it is running as intended. Okay, that's good. Or no. Here we are. Alright, so hello everyone, Ace here, and welcome to the live stream. Sorry about having issues here. Seeker says, oh no, here we go again. Says Alfaris, yeah, sorry about that. But we are now we appear to actually have fixed the problem, and admittedly the problem is on my end very specifically. Anyways, so yeah, we're waiting for EA Play to start up and see what's going to be new with the new Battlefield game. And that'll be interesting to see if we are good to go on there. However, there has already been a leak, a rather notable leak from, that's not showing up here, but I already have it archived here, from Game Rant. They ended up deleting this article, but it is already suggesting that, but I think the damage has already been done, so it looks like this is already confirmed. But what's going on is, it looks like the new mode that's going to be coming out for the new Battlefield game is a remaster mode of sorts for people that are longtime fans. So they've got 6 maps from 3 different Battlefield games, Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, and 3. And these maps, according to the leak, are going to be Caspian Border and Noshaar Canals, Battle of Bulge and El Alamein, and Arica Harbor and Valparaiso. So those are the maps that have been leaked. And they've rebuilt the assets, apparently. So it's going to be a case where, yeah, you're still going to be flying around in, I'm guessing it's going to be made to play like the old Spitfire from 1942. But it's still going to look a lot shinier and newer now because you've got the updated graphics. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this turns out to be absolutely the case, and it seems like this is a legitimate leak. It's just they released the article way too early. Which is why they deleted it. Now, the show itself is going to be starting soon. We do have a case here where it looks like we, we'll go ahead and actually make sure to get the link on the thing there for anyone just getting ready to join in while we wait. So yeah, it looks like we are getting a brand new mode in the form of that brand new, it looks like we're getting a brand new mode, but it also looks like we will be getting a remaster, basically, of some of the maps from 3, 1942, and Bad Company 2. Alright, so let me read some of the comments here once I get the opportunity. Nothing new in the comments, it says, so only 3 minutes away from the EA Play. Now, I expect them to not only do this, but they're also going to be covering some other stuff because it is EA Play, so we'll be getting more than just that. We'll be getting the good old Madden stuff, and we'll also likely be getting... I heard there's going to be a new Dead Space remaster, which if that's the case, it'll be interesting. Outside of that, I would kind of hope to hear news that if they're going to be releasing a new Battlefield or new Command & Conquer remaster, so Red Alert 2 and Tiberian Sun, that would be really nice. I honestly would really like to see them actually remaster that and bring that out soon. Will they do it? Have absolutely no idea. But I kind of want to see it happen. I will admit that. Anyways, so let's go ahead, and while we wait, we only have 2 minutes left before the stream, before this particular show starts. And outside of that, would there be anything else I'd like to see? Nothing really pops to mind right now, but I will be curious to see nevertheless. If I expect them to actually show the Battlefield stuff, admittedly, a little later on into the stream. So if that is the case, then we might be here for, I would say we're probably going to be, this stream will probably last an hour, maybe more, if that's the case. Of course, if they show the stuff right away, then I might just simply go ahead and start keep going to see what else is on just for the sake of it. So we only have 1 minute now before the stream or the show starts, which will be nice. And yeah, sorry again about the technical difficulties on my end. For whatever, I'm just I don't know why I've been having trouble recently, but I have been, so hopefully I'll be able to get that squared away. I'm not sure, by the way, with regards to those curious about the Star Wars High Republic comics, when we'll be able to read the next one. Hopefully, maybe next week or so, I have no idea. But yeah, I know Osmegon's been having some drama going on with regards to his channel because of GW. Alright, so 10 seconds. I'll turn on the volume. Let me know if it is too loud or something. Alright. Let's see if the stream lets me record. This better not get me... This had better not get this video demonetized or something. So we're getting a new Sims expansion. Appropriate.
Hi, love that video. What's up, everyone? I'm Alex Ackerman.
And I'm Andy McNamara, and you are watching the 2021 EA Play Live pre-show.
Concert for cows, that's gotta be a first, but probably my favorite way to open a show ever.
It's
the
amazing.
latest expansion for Sims 4 Cottage Living is out today, so go get your cross-stitch on and check it out after the show.
See, I wouldn't really know that
Just
because
the EA
I
Play
just
Live
do
event
not
is
follow
coming
The
with all
Sims
news,
at all.
Sweepstakes and surprises you know and love. But first, we want to take a moment to recap all the news that's been revealed this summer. And what a summer it's been.
Oh yeah.
I personally have done nothing else but play Mass
Wait,
Effect
they gave
Legendary
us a
Edition.
second timer after the first timer? Oh!
That's just me. It's been a huge summer regardless for EA residents. The talented Joseph Fares.
Why would you do that?
Gifted us the critically acclaimed and my personal favorite, It Takes Two. Millions of you have been dodging with dodgeballs in Velen's Knockout City, and the soon-to-be-released Lost in Random was an official Tribeca Film Festival selection.
Congrats to the Zoink team. We can't wait to play. And for those who haven't yet been acquainted with their magical world, let's take a look at the story trailer for Lost in Random.
Let's.
Welcome to the world of random, where everyone's destiny is decided by a roll of the one true dice. And the one true queen who controls it. For when a child comes of age, they must roll this dice just once, and in so doing, determine their fate for all eternity.
Happy birthday.
Be grateful, child, that the Queen herself is here for your special day. Now roll the dice, and let's see what kind of person you truly are. Ah, you live with us now. Lucky girl.
Odd! Hold on, Odd. Oh, where is this place? Stop trying to kill me! Are you,
Foolish child, turn back at once.
Be very careful, even. We're in uncharted territory.
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories?
You're a long way from one child.
Dice? I haven't seen a real one in years.
I'm supposed to say something important. You know nothing!
You tell me where my sister is, you witch! Odd? Where are you? I'm coming for you, sis.
I will say this, I do like the art style a little bit. But I would kind of like to see gameplay before I'd made my mind on this one.
What do we do to those who stand in our way?
We destroy them, my queen.
That trailer gives me the chills, I think, every time we watch it. Stay tuned for more on Lost in Random, including an exclusive first look at combat gameplay later on in the main show. Speaking of combat, I can tell you as a part of the team over at Respawn that Apex will be showing up later today in a pretty big way.
Of course, Battlefield 2042 has some big news.
Wait,
to share
she
as well.
forgot it was
You
called the
already
Battlefield
know
franchise
that
and she
if you
called it
tuned into
Combat,
the EA
didn't
Play
she?
Spotlight series. Over the last few weeks, we've gathered creative leaders from across the EA studios to share their insights and some exciting news.
Yeah, we did. Here are a few of the highlights.
We kept the game a secret and did the Beyonce drop.
Always go with Beyonce.
Flawless.
Exactly.
Hashtag Justice for Joggers says hello. Hello, Justice for Joggers. We're having a look at the EA Play. I'm going to very clear specifically look at the Battlefield stuff. But yeah, this I can understand feeling somewhat disappointed, but to be fair, it has just started, so I think this is more a case of the
as a whole is being
so far, anyways.
So you start things off
of the two people
scouting on every player.
doing the narration
One of the big goals
for
I
the
had
EA
was
Play
I
itself,
wanted
just
to add complexity
not
to
being
the
that
feature,
engaging.
but I wanted to remove some of the tedious.
Justice for Jogger says, woman moment.
Having a sort of golden
Oof.
age at the moment where this freedom is allowed, and people like myself can start to see themselves coming through in these stories, and I hope that authenticity isn't lost.
You know,
Anyways.
that's exactly why we're at indie studios, because that authenticity is worth the struggle. It's worth fighting for.
You need to ask people for a bit of faith to stick with the idea and just stay with it. And okay, we're not sure what it will be. And
they will be like, you know what, go for it. They give you that space and room to play, which is so beautiful and rare to see.
Now is the time to make something totally great and unique. It's harder in a movie today because it's been going on for longer.
Now I've heard some people are interested in It Takes Two. I do need to consider trying that because I know a certain someone that is close to me is wanting to try it out. She likes co-op games and all that, and yeah, I might have to give it a shot. I will admit
I'm
that.
hoping that the players, the community will really embrace and like what we're going to show them.
Lars, Mr. Battlefield Gustafsson, who is jumping around.
Justice for Jogger says, "Oh, I'm likely going to die in less than a couple of years. Any interesting things I should try? Are we talking gaming or in general?
EA Originals, sports, or gaming in general?
And also,
something for everyone. If you haven't yet, go check those out on our YouTube channel. There's a ton of great content there.
Yes, there is. And speaking of EA Sports, it's been a big month for FIFA news.
Yep, we're going to be getting some more EA Sports stuff here. I mean, to the shock of absolutely no one. Honestly, I was expecting them to do a sports thing. Justice for Jogger says, go for it, she'll love you for it. Okay. But yeah, this is, I mean, I don't really, I'll admit with this thing, I do not care for sports games these days, just because, I mean, in the case of Madden, for example, I'm not too much, I was never really much of a FIFA fan, but I did play Madden back in the early 2000s. And I can tell you the big problem with sports games by comparison, if Madden is anything to go by, is the number of features that have just disappeared over the years. So it's not even a case of them releasing the same game and over again. It's a case of they used to have more in the games and they took it out and then started releasing the same game over and over again. Justice for Jogger says, the only thing more gay than kissing a woman is playing an EA Sports game. It's pretty cringe, admittedly.
Andy, I need to correct myself. That was not a treat. That was a feast.
Feast.
A feast. And FIFA fans, you have to check out the FIFA Spotlight, which offered a deep dive into all the updates coming to FIFA 22. Now, FIFA won't have news to share in the main show because we're going to give it to you right now.
Unbelievable, yes. Fans of FIFA Ultimate Team already know that this year some fan favorite footballers are returning in the form of FIFA Ultimate Team Heroes. 9 of them have been revealed so far.
Yes,
right now
more
we're going
of
to
the
share
loot
2
box
more.
system,
First up,
getting its
heroic
own
Premier League
special
striker turned
little
manager,
reveal
Ole
and
Gunnar
that we've
Solskjaer.
already seen plenty of times because everyone knows about this mode being a loot box gambling
Who
system.
doesn't like Lars? There's more where that came from. And remember, if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition before August 11th, you will get a bonus Ultimate Team Heroes pack. And of course, EA Play members get their hands on the game early.
Yes, they do, but that is just one benefit of being a member. An EA Play membership is your ticket to getting more from your favorite EA games, including fantastic in-game rewards and exclusive content in all of these upcoming titles.
And speaking of rewards,
Justice for Jogger said, like you said, the amount of control outright stripped from games like FIFA are why we saw sweaty brown men running around in no gameplay.
And EA Play memberships. So make sure to stay tuned to the main show for your chance to win. And if you haven't already, make sure to link your Twitch and EA accounts.
At least we're down to less than 5 minutes.
Personally, have hand-coded an Apex Legends Jumpmaster weapon charm.
Thank you for that.
You're very welcome, that you can earn just by watching the show on Twitch. So Apex fans, stick around because you are not going to want to miss a closer look at the latest legend coming to the Apex games. If you don't know who I'm talking about, we got our first look at Seer just a few days ago. Check it out.
This. It has been seen. A woman will rise, bearing the mark of the moth.
Okay.
Our firstborn will be a cursed child. His eyes drawing us all to the flame. Refuse the child's gaze or be undone. One glance will reduce a mountain to dust. A king to a beggar. and an ocean to a desert. You
Justice for Jogger says, I would rather have my nails ripped out and my kidneys stolen than watch her mention Apex again. And what the fuck is going on? Wait, so this is going to be another Apex Legends thing?
Wilder with those lore trailers. I can't wait to see more.
Trust me, you're not alone. I love that trailer, but we have a lot more coming up during the main show that you're not going to want to miss.
And that is now mere moments away. But one last recap from us featuring one of the newest members of the EA Sports family, Codemasters.
Yes, you'll know them best from their incredible slate of racing titles like Dirt, Grid, and the F1 series, whose latest installment just dropped a few days ago.
If you follow F1, you know it's been an absolutely crazy
Justice for
year
Jogger
so far,
says,
with
quick,
some
get the musket, the
amazing
Zulus are
rivalries.
coming.
Well, if you want to put yourself right in the middle of that, Cody's is here to make that dream a reality. Let's drop straight into the action with the F1 2021 trailer.
Nice.
I just don't get it, Zoe. Gets to pit ahead of me, and they give his car the only new power unit last season.
So they've turned F1 into another EA Sports brand.
This kid is a new #1 driver.
Okay then. Wolf says new legend. I mean, at least we're getting gameplay, so that is a step up already for this particular trailer. Justice for Jogger says, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day ruined.
We'll have more from Codemasters coming up in just a few seconds. We're about to begin, and I personally cannot wait for you to see what Battlefield 2042 has in store. I've been Andy McNamara.
I think you still are Andy McNamara, and I'm Alex Ackerman. Thank you so much for tuning in, and enjoy the show.
Wolf asks, wait, where is the official stream? Let me look. I'll go ahead and put it up. I think I forgot to put it in the link or something, so fair enough. Alright. I believe it's just the Electronic Arts
Coming
website.
to you from Los Angeles, California, this is EA Play Live 2021. I'm your host, WWE superstar Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, and we have an amazing show for you today. We've got world premiere gameplay, exclusive
Here we
first
go.
looks,
Here's the official
including
stream
a
for you
brand new
in the link.
multiplayer experience for Battlefield 2042, and a few more surprises they don't even let me tease. Plus, just like last year, we've got some amazing prizes to give away. So keep an eye out throughout the show for hidden letters. They'll spell out a secret code that you'll need at the end of the show if you want a chance to win Polaris gear, Logitech gadgets, and thousands of codes for great EA games.
Justice for
including
Jogger says, I
Mass
saw
Effect Legendary
Q1
Edition,
give birth to a
Dirt 5,
Kang,
and
Sweaty
more, so let's
Chase Balls,
get
and Andy
to
give
it.
my boys a handy McNamara. Wait for 5 minutes. I'm sorry for being so bitter, it's just too much. To be fair, cringe is a way I would describe a lot of the whole pre-announcements as well, so.
EA has long played home to fan favorite racing.
Are you
titles
kidding
from
me?
Need for
So
Speed
they're not
to
even going
Burnout
straight
to
into the
Real
gameplay.
Racing.
Instead,
And now
they're
that the
going to be
experts at
talking
Codemasters
about the
have joined
F1
EA
stuff that we
family,
just
incredible
saw.
lineup just got supercharged with the addition of franchises like Grid, Dirt, Project Cars, and F1. So if you like racing, if you like being in the driver's seat, you're gonna love what Codemasters has cooked up for us today. But first, let's take a quick look at what they do best.
Yep, we're getting the F1 stuff all over again. We just saw this, EA. What the hell are you doing? DY says Xavier Woods, not to knock him, but he is no rock. I better not get demonetized because of the music that EA put in their video. DY says it'll take The Rock to get EA events to at least look exciting. Justice for Jogger says Xavier supercharged his wood, you could say. So it looks like this is a different game from F1. So at least not all of this is F1 stuff, so okay. Still, you should have put this in a little bit later on, I think. EA.
Joining us now from London is Codemasters senior game designer, Becky Crossdale. Welcome, Becky.
Okay, so we're getting an interview.
Hey, now I heard that you might have a little surprise for us today.
Yes, I do, and I don't know if you can tell, Austin, but I am so excited because on behalf of the entire Codemasters team, this is the world premiere trailer for Grid Legends.
Let's turn over, please. 160, take 13, common.
Dozens of drivers, only one can become champion.
My name is Yume Tanaka. My goal is to become the first woman ever to win the championship.
They know who I am. I'm Nathan McCain, 5-time Grid Series world champion. Soon to be 6 times. That's a new record.
If it's grid legal, I can build it to win. Touring cars, muscle cars, open wheel, drift.
Best team, best car.
Win by having the guts. So if these idiots can't keep their cars on the track, it's their problem.
You keep pulling up there, that stops. But you're gonna get somebody hurt. Hopefully,
It'll be you.
Bring it on, baby. That's why we're here.
I will say the graphics are at least good enough on this that
Becky,
some of those in-game stuff there,
and the cars and the environments now.
you could have sold me on it being live action a bit late in some cases.
I'm already incredibly invested. It looks like you guys are really up in the ante on storytelling.
Well, first and foremost, the Grid series has always been about delivering gameplay excellence. And with Grid Legends, you are still getting that same immersive racing experience that you know and love. But this time we are taking things up a notch and we're adding another layer on top of that.
Wait a second.
We are really proud of this new story.
That shirt that she's wearing reminds me. I have to wonder if it's the same Codemasters I'm thinking
We had
of.
the absolute pleasure of working with the incredibly talented Ncuti Gatwa, who plays the wonderful Eric in Netflix's Sex Education. We also captured the entire thing using extended reality, or XR, where if you've been watching Disney's The Mandalorian, you will have seen that tech in action. It's what they used to create those incredible worlds.
I think it is. Yep, it is the same company. Okay.
No, we are using this tech to draw you further into this racing experience. We really want to bring you deeper into the Grid world than ever before. it's also been really great for our actors because they're acting against something.
So here's what I looked up, because this might actually be more interesting to some of you. The old Codemasters is actually a pretty old company. It's been around siness the mid-'80s. And they actually got their start making some bootleg-esque platformers for the NES. Games like Big Nose the Caveman, for example.
The Grid World Series, where you'll be facing off against the all-dominant Raven West.
That's what they used to be known
that
for.
Does not like to share the tarmac. And for the rest of the story, well, you just have to wait and see.
But let's talk gameplay. We saw a new big.
But yeah, I figure that'll probably be more interesting than
oh yeah, there are so many
the
vehicles.
Grid Legends, at least.
Big rigs,
Maybe because I'm just not that big into racing games, or
electric cars. We are giving you hypercars like the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Have you seen that car? And we are also giving you multi-class mixed racing, which means that you can take any of those cars and put them together on the same track.
Whoa, I just saw a big rig take out an open wheeler in the trailer, and I love it. So is there anything else that you can tell us about Grid Legends?
Without giving too much away, there is a ton of new stuff for the fans to sink their teeth into, including some new modes such as boost mode and elimination mode. We've also got some fancy new locations like the iconic city of Moscow. We've also got the beautiful city of London as well, so you can drive right past.
Could we, just as for Jogger says, could we get a Codemasters lore than whatever these two monks talking about? So more about Codemasters, so yeah. Well, like I said, their whole thing, what used to be, like I said, bootleg-esque games for the NES when they first got really started, so.
No, thank you, Austin.
Of course.
Like I said,
All right,
Big
folks.
Nose,
So we're
the Caveman.
just getting started. We've
being
seen
one.
Grid Legends, and now it's time for a different breed of legend.
Apex Legend, of course, the other thing that we already just saw.
Two years ago, Apex Legends came out of nowhere. And now 100 million players and 17 Legends later, it just keeps getting bigger.
I knew they were going to save Battlefield at least for a few in, but did you really have to give us a 15-minute countdown before doing the EA Play? And then
I give to you Apex Legends
with trailers and whatnot.
Emergence.
And do this then. At least we'll watch the trailer though.
I see it in everything. I see it in a boy rocked by tragedy, transform his pain and defy reality. I see it in the warrior who must choose between their new life and the annihilation of their home. I see it in a girl tortured by revenge, embrace hope when love awakens her heart. I see it in me. A boy born under a bad omen, turn his tale into a legend. Change is relentless. But that does not mean it cannot be beautiful. Take comfort. Nothing lasts forever. You must adapt. Surrender. And embrace your true nature.
I mean, I don't play Apex Legends myself, so I get that it's popular, sure, but
comes for us all. is purpose. All of us thrown together. So the flame can burn its brightest. Change. Fight it and fall. Accept it and rise above.
Justice for Jogger says being uninjured after receiving a direct shotgun blast is the only accurate moment of the trailer. Probably, yeah. Well, if we were talking about gameplay, I guess. JC says, "Hey Ace, hey JC."
Watching this, because there's so much to unpack from that trailer. So let's go ahead and meet the man with all the answers, Apex game director Chad Grenier. So happy to have you here, Chad.
Thanks, Austin. Happy to be here. Before we get started and get into it, I want to give a shout out to the amazing developers at Respawn.
Hey.
All right, well, a subset of them. If you love Apex, it's because of these amazing developers that are working hard creating Apex Legends for us.
Well, big love to the whole Respawn team, especially whoever came up with Livestream.
So, yeah, Justice for Joggers. Since you did want more Codemasters lore, you may actually be interested to know, I believe AVGN actually covered them, or did a video on them, on the Aladdin...
Please tell me about
Let's see it again. Yeah, Aladdin Deck Enhancer, I believe, was one of their little projects. So you can go ahead and check that out if you want. But they basically created a little thing just to make it easier for people, cheaper to make NES bootleg-ish NES games for the NES.
And will actually reveal and track the enemy's location. The ultimate is really powerful, especially in certain gameplay situations. You can
Justice for Joker says, "Alrighty, I have to get going for work. Have a fun stream." Well, I will try, but we know how this is going so far. We're not quite getting Battlefield, are we? But anyways, go ahead and hopefully you have a good day at work.
Interesting shift in the meta. So with those incredible abilities, how do you think that Seer is going to change the game?
Yeah, again, I mentioned Bloodhound also as a tracker. But unlike Bloodhound, Seer is about very precise and lingering information. So he's a bit more of a stealth-oriented legend, and you're going to see, I think, some interactions because of that sphere I mentioned, his ultimate. If you're moving quickly through that space, your footsteps are revealed. But now if you're walking slowly, you can avoid the detection. And so I think you'll see some interesting gameplay.
So it's kind of like the motion sensor system from Halo. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like once the ring gets tight especially, you're going to have a lot of new ways to play this game. But this past season, for instance, it felt like Apex really moved beyond Battle Royale with the introduction of arenas. So what's the reaction been like for you guys?
The fan reaction has been really great. We're seeing a lot of players enjoy arenas, which is awesome. We're really excited to finally have a way to play Apex Legends beyond Battle Royale. And yeah, people are loving it. So we've got new maps.
Justice for Jogger says, "It made vomit out of my medical grade AIDS, that's for sure."
We've got a lot planned for arenas.
All right.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Well, I do know that you guys announced ranked arenas are coming as well. So can you give us some information on that?
Yep, so we've got one season of arenas under our belts now. We wanted to make sure that we were seeing how players were adapting to the mode, make sure to get the balance right, make sure that the price and the economy is correct. And now we'll be introducing the ranked mode in Emergence. So it's a bit of a different ranked system than we have in the Battle Royale mode. So we're really excited for you to get your hands on it.
Well, it's really cool to see Apex always doing new things. Like, for instance, leaning into the competitive scene with things like the Apex Legends Global Series. So are we going to see more of the ALGS?
Absolutely. We just ended year one of ALGS. Our championships recently concluded, and it was amazing. There's like so many tactics and amazing plays in there. Many teams were fighting for the championship in the last round. We hit record numbers, so we're really excited in September to be kicking off.
I know a lot of people aren't that invested in esports, and I'm not that invested in professional esports, but I do
to compete
like the concept of esports. It's just
an all-new league format. So we have more information.
I'm not really a fan of the. I think a lot of people are just not a fan of the drama that goes along with it these days.
Chad, before you go, I have to ask, when can we see more from Seer?
We've got an awesome gameplay trailer coming on Monday, and Emergence drops on August 3rd. And for now, I can show you a finisher.
Of course, please, please.
This game demands so much of us. But from you, she demands everything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I need to see. It's so awesome. But Chad, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Austin.
Of course, of course. And again, big shout out to the whole Respawn team. Now for the Apex fans watching us on Twitch today, Respawn is hooking you up with an exclusive Jumpmaster gun charm, so make sure you've got your Twitch and EA account linked and keep watching the show to earn that drop. But that's not the only thing we're giving out today. Keep an eye out for the hidden letters that spell out a secret phrase, because at the end of the show, we'll give you a link where you can enter that code for your chance to win some great prizes, including codes for EA originals like Knockout City and It Takes Two. So speaking of originals, let's head across the ocean for some stop motion and check out a soon-to-be-released EA original, Lost in Random.
All right. So another thing we are going to be seeing, we've already seen, but at least this.
Hello?
He stalled, bewildered by the voice coming from somewhere unknown. Somewhere random.
Okay. All right, anyway, it's coming soon and it looks really cool.
Austin stopped himself. Why, he'd forgotten to mention the Tribeca Film Festival selection.
It was a selection at the Tribeca Film Festival.
He tried the line again, more enthusiastically.
Look, man, I'm trying to run a whole show.
More enthusiastically. Really selling it.
Could you just let me intro the segment? Thank you. It was an official Tribeca Film Festival selection this summer, and it's coming soon. Joining us from Gothenburg, Sweden to tell us more is Zoink creative director Olav Redmo.
Hello, Austin.
How's it going, Olav? Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on Tribeca. It's so cool to see.
JC says, "Oh my God, make them stop with the cringe acting." Yes.
I'm so proud of the Zoink team and what we've accomplished, and I'm so happy about the selection because Lost in Random is really inspired by all these movies that I grew up with, and stop-motion animation and dark fairy tales. And at Zoink, we're always trying to push narrative in video games, so I'm so happy. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see more. Olav of my life. What do you have for us today?
I'm super pleased to share a first look at one of our most unique aspects of Lost in Random's gameplay, Dice Battle, which is an exciting, explosive blend of real-time action and time-stop tactics, where every roll of the dice unleashes incredible powers out of the head of your jack-in-the-box buddy, Dicey.
Well, it sounds awesome, so let's take a look.
Alright, so let's see what kind of game this is.
All the time, there were two devoted sisters named Even and Odd. Cruelly separated by an evil queen and the roll of a dice.
I'm coming!
Together with this little fella, Even was determined to rescue her beloved sister.
Come on, Dicey!
In this strange and fascinating world of random, adventure and combat go hand in hand. And many peculiar characters await. Some will help her. Do you mean this one? And some won't.
That's against the rules. Oh, sure. A little girl with a dice.
Those coins can be traded for cards.
Cards, cards. I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land.
Ooh, cards contain new attacks, abilities, and more. All of which
So is this going to be a card game then?
Dice battle.
Ready, Dicey?
Even uses her slingshot to attack deadly foes. This can knock off energy cubes used to feed her strange companion Dicey. And once fully charged, Even can roll Dicey and freeze time itself. Let's see how she uses it.
This one might actually be okay. I'm not sold completely, but it might actually be okay.
Well done, Even. Nice. Ooh, that was a good one.
Like I said, I like the art style of it. The gameplay I kind of would like to see more of, just to get a good idea of what exactly is going on, but it seems like it might actually be okay.
At saving her sister.
Random rules. Long may she reign.
My child, you will cease now.
Just from
It's not a traditional card game, JC. It looks like the cards are just to get certain attack moves or
What can you tell
something.
me about these combat cards that we're seeing?
Cards are just one part of dice battle, but I love the way they look, so I brought a few examples to show off.
Oh, okay, awesome. What are we looking at here?
So, as you saw, cards can be selected during combat that unleash new powers and abilities, like this one, for instance, Explosive Dice, which turns Dicey into this ticking time bomb. You just gotta be careful so it doesn't blow you up. Keep your distance. And where's this hammer of 2 lets you summon a giant hammer, which also gives even super strength to be able to swing it around.
Offensive maneuvers, I like it.
But it's not just about offense. Like, we have also, for instance, Uma's Blessing, which comes from Uma, this old hidden witch. And she provides a bubble shield to protect even. And that's just a taste. Like, there's a lot of different powers at your disposal. Some curse enemies, some heal even, or create traps. Some arenas also work as giant board games affected by rolling dicey. So you're gonna have to try different tactics to conquer the Queen's giant, mad, tabletop-themed arenas.
All right, Olav, obviously, my next question, you know it's coming. When can we play this game?
Yeah, my favorite question. Lost in Random releases on September 10th on PC, console, and Nintendo Switch. And you can pre-order starting right after the show. And if you want a dicey companion of your own, he'll be available to EA Play members as a gun charm in one of my current favorites, Apex. So keep an eye out for that.
Well, you all heard it here first. And Olav, thank you so much for joining us today.
It has been my absolute pleasure, Austin, and welcome to Random.
Like I said, this game might actually be okay. I'm not
there you have it.
entirely
Lost in Random
sold,
is
but it
coming
might.
soon, but there's another EA original that's already here. And it's bringing that throwback playground heat to the masses. That's right. I'm talking about Knockout City. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Oh god, the cringe acting is back.
Woo! Dropped earlier this year, Knockout City has had one hell of a summer, and they're just getting warmed up. Here with more is Carthage.
I mean, you could argue that they're trying, but it's just not working all that well.
We're so grateful to our community for the massive response to Knockout City. With millions of new brawlers, hundreds of thousands of crews, and nearly 1 billion KOs landed, your response has really been a knockout. As an indie team dedicated to taking creative risks, having all of you embrace this unique thing we've made is an amazing feeling. And I just want to say thank you. At launch, we promised you new features and updates that keep the game fresh and exciting. Today, I'm here to deliver on that promise. On behalf of the whole Velan Studios team, it's my absolute thrill to present Knockout City Season 2, Fight at the Movies.
In a world of chaos, where mayhem rules the streets, is anyone strong enough to stop the unstoppable? A world where one hero rises to meet instant regret. A world where lovers chase their passions and feel the burn. A world where terror lurks high above.
Lovers chase their passions and feel the burn. Sounds like Bangkok.
Where warriors fight for dodge brawl supremacy. And teensy, tiny brawlers battle it out in a child's bedroom? This season, bring your moves to the movies. Coming July 20... Oh man, that voice is murder on the pipes. The Hollywood Drive-In opens July 27th. We'll see you.
This seems like a
at the
case of
movies.
trying too hard, is what this
Showtime.
trailer seems like.
You saw it. We got new skins. We got a new ball. Knockout City, baby. Season 2 arrives July 27th. And remember, you can play for free up to street rank
Casey
25.
says, I
Yeah.
guess the
You
acting
might
is
come
directed
across me and
towards a
my crew.
younger
All that
audience.
baseline
Maybe?
won't beat us 'cause we're really good, but you'll have fun. And right now, it's available on all platforms with crossplay. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and get in there and give it a whirl. All right, everyone. The moment that you have been waiting for is here.
Finally! It's only been, what, 15 minutes?
You've seen the trailers.
No, we'll
You've
say
read the
actually
hot takes,
45
and you
minutes.
already know that Battlefield is back, baby. You hear me? It's back. Battlefield is back, baby. It's Battlefield. I can't wait to wingsuit surf a tornado. This game is gonna be so good. And in just a moment, we're revealing a brand new Battlefield 2042 experience. But first, for those who haven't been paying attention, here's what you've been missing out on.
God, look at these maps.
That's so cool.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
This is awesome.
Do it! Wingsuit!
Alright, I mean, okay. I'll
On
give him that.
behalf of our entire team, we hope you're thrilled with what you've seen so far from Battlefield 2042. But this is just the beginning. We have so much more to show you. Battlefield 2042 is built up by 3 epic experiences. Firstly, of course, all-out warfare that we showed you earlier. Secondly, Hazard Zone that we'll show off later this year. And now, a new community-driven experience that we're happy to share with you today. Built by our old friends over at Triple Effect, formerly Dice LA, it's an experience designed from community feedback. It's an experience we've dreamt about building for over a decade. So, let's have a look.
Wolf of Germania says this looks like BF4. A 1911. Okay. I think it is going to be the mode. Yep, I think they did leak it. So it looks like there might actually be some more than just the 6 maps I saw. But we're definitely getting some Bad Company stuff. We're definitely getting some World War II stuff. And it is going to be crossed, so that is actually a cool little idea.
That's the sound of the going bang bang.
Way to team kill by accident, but... Okay, so the leak was actually confirmed. Okay. I actually kind of like this as an idea. JC says, this I like. Wolf of Germania says, I want Bad Company 3. Damn it, EA.
Incredible. There's so many crazy things happening in this trailer. We got knives versus defibrillators. We got soldiers from every era. I have so many questions, so let's bring on an expert. Here to help us out is the general manager of Ripple Effect. We've got Christian Grass. Welcome, Christian.
Hey, Austin.
Valerian says, looks like 2142 got left out. Yeah, the leak, I read, the leak article says it's going to be at the start. 1942, Battlefield 3, Battlefield Bad Company 2, and then 2042 all. And you can mix and match. It's a weird decision to do Bad Company 2, although you could potentially argue that maybe if they include the Vietnam expansion as well to that, that could add more.
Those on the Portal platform. And that's just what's coming at launch. This is a real love letter to the fans from our incredible team.
And and this is your squad.
Yes, this is the fantastic Ripple Effect team, and they deserve all the credit in the world for creating this great experience. We've had so much fun bringing back some of the most beloved vehicles.
Wolf of Germania says, okay, I'm down with this, bro. This is legit.
Huge credit to this amazing team and everyone who's made Battlefield 2042 possible.
All right, so to bring it back, when you say beloved maps, we're talking Caspian Border?
Yes.
Arica Harbor?
Yes.
El Alamein?
Yes, El Alamein is also included. It's actually my all-time favorite map.
Wolf of Germania says, catch you later, Rose. All right.
Battle of the Bulge and Valparaiso.
Red Cell says Battlefield Bad Company 2, Vietnam expansion was based.
Epic scale maps already announced for 2042. They're also playable in Portal.
I love it. I love it. But this is more than just maps, right?
Absolutely. Portal is a chance for the community to drive the platform. There's a whole slate of customization options and even an advanced logic editor for you to play around with. Tools that were previously only available to us on the development team.
So that trailer, it was just packed with a ton of crazy moments. So I'm curious, how wild can we actually get with Portal?
You can get pretty wild.
Yeah? Okay, so can I pit World War II against 2042?
Yes, you can.
Okay, what about game modes? Can I make an infection mode where it's me against a ton of super fast soldiers with knives?
Absolutely.
Okay, what about shoddy snipes? But not just regular shoddy snipes, like a gun game with a whole bunch of shoddy snipes from all throughout history.
That is a very specific idea there, Austin, but yes, actually you can.
Batting 3 for 3, bring it home. Can I play as a penguin with a flamethrower?
A penguin with a flamethrower?
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, there are some limits. It's not a level editor. You can't edit the maps themselves. And no, you can't play as a penguin with a flamethrower.
All right, that's fine. It's fine, I had to ask. But it does sound like there's a ton to play around with.
Oh, yes. The options are pretty deep, and we're committed to working with the community to build out this suite of tools and content as the game
JC
evolves.
says, I would love a midway map, but that would be hard to make today. You know, they might eventually add, I know they're planning on adding in more stuff down the line anyway, so I would expect them to add more to this as well.
I really hope players will
maps from
Portal.
other games,
That's who we built it for.
and including
In
other
fact,
games
we gave
content
a sneak peek
as
to a
well
few members of
eventually.
the community to see what they could come up with.
Oh, okay. I assume my invitation got lost.
Valerian says they're missing out on the Titan mode from 2142. Yes, they are.
2 teams and 2 VIPs, but only one way to score. This is VIP Fiesta by Courage. It's the US factions of Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2, facing off on Arica Harbor with 24 players and random loadouts. Die and you'll redeploy with an all-new loadout. Track down that enemy VIP and make it count. All bring the power of 2042 to Caspian Border and take on the forces of 1942. This is Quality versus Quantity by Gabitron. A small squad from 2042 are taking on 32 players from 1942. The future's got the hardware, but the past's got the numbers. Destroy those MCOMs. But do it before your tickets are up. You're not getting them back unless you clear the sector. Not enough memes? Fine. Set up on Orbital for the fight of your lives with Robot Man by Redacted. 20 duck-sized EOD bots, 1 horse-sized T-91. Settle your battlefield debates on who wins what.
I do think they could legitimately do some interesting stuff with this, especially if they keep the bots in this mode as well. Valerian says, I'm missing out on... Okay, so Red Cell says, Midway and Coral Sea and their map player mods from back in the day were awesome. Yep. I miss naval vessels like destroyers, battleships, and carriers that were drivable and on the map like a normal vehicle. Yep, I agree completely.
Community will build once they have the tools in their hands.
And we get our hands on Portal at launch, right?
Yes, Portal will be available at launch, day one, along with a bunch of pre-made modes for you to try right away.
Okay. This is fantastic. Now, Christian, before you go, let me make sure that I have all of this straight. So on top of all the content and maps that have already been announced, we also get content from Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, including 6 of the best maps of all time, and all that can be sliced, diced, and mixed together in Portal. And then we still have Hazard Zone coming later this year?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you, Austin. If you've always been a fan, or if you've never played Battlefield before, we want Battlefield 2042 to be the ultimate Battlefield experience.
Christian?
It'll be interesting if they do add in other games later on for Portal, like 2142 and Battlefield 1.
There, but I don't think we're done just yet.
Okay.
We're going to leave you with one more surprise. First, though, you remember that secret code? I hope you were paying attention because all of the letters have been revealed. So if you want to win some awesome games and gear, stick around because we're going to give you the link to enter in just a second. But for now, come with me.
We'll see what this is real quick.
As much as I've enjoyed being your host. Now, my name is Austin Creed, and our last reveal is somewhere in there. But you know what? Why don't you go first?
Please let it be Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 Remaster. Please let it be that. Please let it be that. Maybe? Oh no, this is probably going to be the Dead Space thing. Still okay. Yeah, I'll take that if that's the case. Yep, Dead Space. Okay, well... we know this is gonna have a jump scare. Come on, this is Dead Space we're talking. Or not. That's surprising. Okay, you've got to have a jump scare or something with it lasting this long or something. Or no, that's just the whole chance thing. Okay. So it looks like we're getting a remaster of the Dead Space trilogy. Red Cell says, I'm still afraid to hype even a little though. Understandable. I'm keeping my hype levels down, but I am still definitely interested in seeing how the new Battlefield game goes. It does legitimately interest me. JC says Dead Space 3. Probably going to be the whole trilogy. Let's see. Claire Fanboy says, I can't wait for BF Portal. I want my dream of Waffen-SS soldiers fighting modern U.S. soldiers. I need that more than Claire. Alright. Well, I do think, yep, this looks like this is the end of it. Thanks for watching. So, yeah, what are my thoughts? The stream itself there was a fair bit of cringe in the stream. However, when it comes to the Battlefield stuff, I'm genuinely interested in that Lost in Random game. I'm curious, but it could go either way still, definitely. The Dead Space thing, well, we haven't really seen a whole lot of it, but it is a Dead Space remaster, so I'll admit I'm a little curious. I'm not a horror fan specifically, but I am a little curious. But yeah, the main event, the Battlefield 2042, that was legitimately good. I do think that was legitimately good. So yeah, I do think, I think that's really about everything as far as I can tell. I am going to be curious to see if they decide to continue adding to the Portal mode after launch. If they decided to bring up the 2142 and Battlefield 1 content as well, that would be pretty cool if they brought in... If they do end up also including the BF or the Bad Company 2 Vietnam expansion, that would work as well. But I'm not exactly holding my breath for them to do that, but it would be still interesting. Claire Fanboy says, I'm still worried about BF 2042 because EA will screw it up with monetization and pay to win. They've actually said they're not going to be doing that. They've actually said that they will not be doing that. At least, from what I understand, it's going. There may be some microtransactions, but it's A, entirely cosmetic, and B, you would even have to, if I remember correctly, own a particular version to even have the cosmetics available in the first place, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but the idea is they're not going to be making it a pay to win, at least from what they've said. Whether that's true or not, this is EA after all, remains to be seen. But given what is available right now, I'm not convinced that they will make it a pay to win game. They might do microtransactions for cosmetics. I'm not sure on that, but that again remains to be seen. But I do think, yeah, now's a good time to actually call it. We've been at it for about 2 hours, or about an hour. So, yeah, this has been Ace. I hope you have enjoyed the live stream, and I hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.